Bro. Holy bug, oh my goodness. I'm gonna fucking, oh my god. Grr, I'm angry. Grr. Arr. I don't want to admit it, but I think how hungry I am is negatively impacting my performance. I should go eat.
You should do that. We'll give you a nice little brain break too.
Yeah, I'll do that after this attempt.
Fair enough. Well, you gotta wait till my attempt's over.
No, I don't. Oh my god. I'll never eat if I do that.
You actually do because I'm getting kind of far.
I'm legally required now to wait.
Yeah. I'm at the halfway point, so.
I would say hurry it up, I'm hungry, but that's rude. There's only one way you could hurry it up.
Yeah. Cheats that I don't have access to.
Not what I meant.
Oh. Oh, by dying immediately. Yeah, I'm not gonna throw this attempt. Yeah, I'm at the drop right now, so it doesn't really make much sense.
Holy fucking shit.
I did it.
Yo!
Okay.
Holy fucking shit.
Oh my god, dude.
Well, good thing I stayed.
I know, I'm glad you stayed. Oh man, I'm like physically like shaking a little bit. This has never happened to me before. Playing this game. Oh my god, yes, I'm so glad. I'm so happy this is done. Alright. 3249 plus 889 from this copy. God, I have to do math now? I'm shaking, come on.
I'm gonna go get food. I'm really hungry.
Yeah, go for it.
Good job,
Thanks for
Evan.
sticking around. Thank you so
No
much.
problem.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
man. Bye. Oh, yeah, I'm basically like still shaking. And now I have to do mental math. At a 1. 4138 attempts total across all versions. I think I'm not missing out on any attempts. Oh, man. This feels so good, man. Oh, my. This is easily my biggest verification. It's my hardest verification as well. It's hard to exactly say how hard this level is, especially because I went through a lot of changes, especially nerfs. Made a lot of nerfs to make it easier. I would probably estimate this to be my 4th hardest. Wait, hold on, let me screenshot this before I forget. I'd probably estimate this to be my 4th hardest, below the big 3 of X0, Celestial Force, and Catalyze, but feels definitely harder than like Speedrun Icaros. I think my best estimate, difficulty-wise, is a pink tier on the NLW sheet. Oh my god, sorry, excuse me. See, this is the in-game GDFPS counter. I verified this on 2.2. I was like considering doing it on 2.1, but I ended up opting to update my game instead to make sure that the level worked consistently with this newer physics engine, which it does. And I also think that the overall base gameplay is easy enough to where the new physics engine doesn't make it unfair. There was a bugged auto section that I fixed pretty easily, and there was the green orb at 90% was turned into a non-buffer, so I negative scaled it and I turned it into a buffer. That negative scaled green orb is the only 2.2 feature in the level. Everything else is 2.1, and I could have done that in 2.1 anyways. So yeah, I'm so glad this is done though. I've had this project for months, and it was really hard to motivate myself to play for the first for a good while before, especially before I beat all Insane Demons. But after I beat all Insane Demons, I realized that yes, this has to be my next priority within the game. This is my next big project. This is my next goal, and I had to get it done. Especially because I leave for vacation on the 27th, so I knew I had a strict deadline. I was gonna pass it off to backup verifier.
You guys don't have me muted.
What?
Okay.
I beat
Just
death.
second.
I'm monologuing right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. But no.
Welcome back.
Yeah, but I said I was going to pass this to the backup if I hadn't done it by the 27th. So I was really worried when the update came out. I was really stressed that I wouldn't be able to like get it done because the physics would screw up. It's really not much different. I was playing this on 240 VSync before the update and after the update. The ship is a little bit heavier, and that's really the only change I felt, at least. And yeah, I feel like having an extreme where the base gameplay isn't inherently that hard, simply because the level's as long as it is. It definitely caters well to the update, and it allows for people to really get a better feel for the new physics while also still having a hard level. It would be cool to see this be the first rated Extreme of 2.2, but I know there's also talk about potentially releasing the level specifically on January 1st, so I don't know when this will be out. If it's out by the time I upload the verification video, I will put the ID in the description. If it's not, I'll update the description whenever it is on the servers. But yeah, let's talk about experience. I think the first third can definitely be a fairly heavy obstacle. The duels at the start are probably the hardest part. It's definitely the most awkward and clunky gameplay. I've made plenty of nerfs to those parts to try and make them as consistent as possible. And just in general, I did give myself a lot of liberties with nerfs when I was coming back to this level recently, because when you have a level as long as this, even minor choke points are problems. You know, to where even if it's something small that like kills you like a third of the time, there's still a 1 in 30 chance that happens when you're 7 minutes into the level, for example. And so I really gave myself a lot of liberties with polishing all of those out, which I didn't the first time, which probably was why my motivation was as low as it was. But I did make a lot of changes. I think the first third is probably the most difficult section, although the section from like 25 to 33 is relatively consistent. I really didn't struggle too much there. When I was struggling, it was my fault and I was getting frustrated. The part after the duels is probably the most like raw skill-based part of the level. Maybe the drop is a bit more, but that's also like, I don't know, it feels not as hard. So, but yeah, once you pass that section, when you get to like the second bouncy pad part, then it's fairly consistent up until the cube with the blue orbs that you click to the sink. At that point, too, the drop is probably the easiest demon difficulty part of the level. I'll talk about it, but that part is fairly easy. I only died in that section like once, except for I died a few times at the synced blue orbs because I suck. But past that, before the drop, I only actually died there like once from 0. So yeah, pretty easy section. It's a nice break. I was literally talking there in the middle of the attempt. I felt comfortable enough doing that. The drop is overall not too hard, but it's definitely like a place you can die. I did have plenty of deaths early on in the drop. That was kind of frustrating. Beyond that, there was 2 deaths at 65, 1 death at 76, and I think that's it as far as late drop deaths are concerned, like past 60. So overall, it's not the hardest part, but it definitely is a part that requires focus. After the drop, the cube is literally just the same as the first cube, and then the ship is like literally non-demon difficulty. And then there's the last cube. I did die at the last cube once. It was at the first 3 block jump at 85%. I got onto the block. I did the jump, but I was too late, and the inner cube hitbox ended up clipping the corner, and I died. And that was a bit frustrating because I really didn't struggle with those jumps at all. But that was my only death at the last cube, and I'm really glad that was my only death at the last cube because this it could have taken so much longer if I had died there more often, because it does take a while to get back to the drop. That was my thing. It did take a decent few attempts to get another far attempt after a far attempt. But I did think overall, like, well, yeah, it's not perfect. It's not going to be perfectly balanced. I think I did as good of a job as I could to make it as fair as I possibly could. I do think I did very thoroughly. I thoroughly went through the level to make sure it plays well. But yeah, this will be on AleeXhey's account whenever it's whenever. I don't know when this will be uploaded, but yeah, I'm really hoping to see this rated soon. Maybe one of the first rated extremes of 2.2. This isn't the first verified extreme of 2.2. I know AM's verified a Yuko level, but that level's kind of bad. And I don't really expect that to be rated, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm so glad this is done though. It really takes a weight off my shoulders. I can finally have this project done. It's my last big project of the year, that's for sure. And yeah, I'm really thankful for the opportunity to verify some, like, it's the longest extreme in the game. That's a unique title, and to have that verification as mine is definitely meaningful to me, especially since, I mean, long levels are kind of my specialty. I've always been good at them. I've been good at nerve control. Yeah, is there anything else I really want to touch on? I don't think so. If there is anything else I want to touch on, I'll mention it in the description. But yeah, I'm so glad to have this done. Really, really happy, really satisfied. And yeah, that's death. GG.